Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. A little drink of coffee there. For those of you unfamiliar with our solar system's odd features, I've done some videos on them. Go check them out. I've done some. I did a video on oddities throughout our solar system, things like that. Yeah, go check that out. I've also done one on. They had a probe to Venus. I want to say it was Venus. The Russians did, and they have some oddities on Mars and the Moon and like that. I actually did a video about the Moon. This one's a little different. One particular stellar body. Go check out my other videos. Okay. Now, one particular stellar body in our solar system has gripped astronomers' attention like a chokehold. And when I'm talking about Saturn's moon, Iapetus. I want to say it's Iapetus. I'm going to say Iapetus. This moon has some very, very strange features, and we've had some probes out there. We watched it for a long time with telescopes until we could get probes out there. I mean, for hundreds of years they watched it, and now they've got probes out there to learn more about it. And this that's no moon. That's all I'm saying. One side of this moon is 10 times brighter than the other side. They call it the yin-yang moon. And there's no explanation for that. It's supposed to be frozen, but one side is 10 times brighter than the other. Nobody knows why. It's not that it's facing the sun or anything like that. It's just brighter. And nobody knows why. It is 20 to 30% more dense than usual, than it should be. Again, no explanation. This moon should be a sphere, but it is kind of a squashed by 5% into sort of an oval shape. And nobody knows why. For those of you who aren't aware, when a stellar body is formed, like a planet or a moon or a planetoid, whatever, it's liquid and then it coalesces into a sphere. And the reason it coalesces into a sphere is because liquids in a vacuum automatically form bubbles, and bubbles are round. So when it hardens, it turns into a sphere. The Earth is a sphere. The Moon is a sphere. The other planets of the solar system are spheres, right? Well, this one's not. It has a perfectly circular orbit at 60 Saturn radii. And this is not a natural orbit. Usually orbits are elliptical. Not this one. Perfectly circular. Almost like it was put there. It is, with all this, it's still tilted at 15 degrees. And it still has a perfectly circular orbit. And here's one of the most important features. There's a ridge running along the equator, separating the light and the dark halves of the moon. It's a perfect ridge. It's 20 kilometers high and 5 kilometers wide, which, by the way, is twice the height of Mount Everest. It's a straight line. It goes on for miles, and it does not appear natural. It may actually be a crack in the surface. There are signs that this moon is coming apart at the seams. There's evidence at that ridge that stuff has been coming out. Darker colored material. I don't know. We don't know what it is. There's a tall, narrow structure which extends from one point like a large towering spike. And there is no natural explanation for this. It shouldn't be. The amount of asteroids and I mean, this thing extends up for miles. And there's no... Asteroids should have snapped that bad boy off a long time ago. But no, it's still there. There is no natural explanation for this. The craters on Iapetus are very strange. Some are square-shaped, others are hexagonal-shaped with a raised mound in the center. They do not appear natural. If you have a frozen surface and there's an impact like an asteroid or something, you have a round crater. Look at the moon, round craters, right? We've discussed the depth of it in that other video, the depth of those craters. But the craters are all round. They're circular. Not these. Some are hexagonal, some are square. The hexagonal ones have mounds in the middle. It's crazy. It certainly doesn't look natural. There also appears to be evidence of, let me get this right here. I wrote it down so I wouldn't mess it up. Sophisticated, aligned, repeating architectural styles and rectilinear designs extending across the entire surface of the moon. Experts have concluded Iapetus' surface is also not formed from any known natural processes. It looks like there's structures built all across the surface. It's crazy. There are many other such odd features. I just listed a few here. You got to understand, this moon is like no other stellar body anywhere that anybody can even imagine. Everything on here points to not natural. Astronomers have commented that Iapetus may very well be a natural object which has been intentionally altered to attract our attention. Well, if somebody altered it to attract our attention, they were successful. They sure got it. Astronomers are still studying it. They have no idea what it's all about. But there it is. We have a moon in our solar system orbiting Saturn that makes no sense. Everything about it screams artificial. But what can you say? I'm going to say humans might not have done that. That's all I'm saying. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.